Hi everyone, I'm Lady from Lady and Jackhammer. And today I want to talk to you about the things that can and might and will go wrong while working with contractors. So, for example, why do we need contractors? Whether you're doing a flip, whether you're doing new construction or any other rehab work, unless you can go and do your work yourself, but I'm not gonna do it. So I need to hire a GC, a general contractor, to do the work, the rehab work for me. And okay, let's start from the worst thing that can possibly happen, which is, okay, you have your rehab estimate and you're giving him a down payment. You're paying your GC a down payment for the work to start, and then you absolutely never hear from this person again because it disappears with the money and with everything else. Now, it's rare that it happens, but it happens. I hear about it a lot, and in order to save yourself from this kind of things, what you need to do is to work out a plan with the GC where you give possibly the lowest down payment that you can give, and then you pay by progress. You have draws and you pay by progress, meaning you pay after the work is done. You give a little. It's better to give up to 10% of the rehab estimate. Okay, this is like the biggest down payment you can give. If you know the guy and you already trust him, you can give more, but I mean for first times, no more than 10%, and after that, as the work progresses, you just pay by little draws of money. Okay, number two, your contractors overprice the labor and overprice the work. So essentially, instead of paying how much you actually should pay for materials, you are paying double. It happens, and at first it's gonna be really hard for you to know how much exactly you should spend so you can pay. You really can overpay, but if you're gonna do more than 2-3 projects, then you'll probably eventually know the prices, and eventually you will know when a contractor gives you a rehab estimate that is completely out of the numbers that you were expecting to spend. 3. So you have received a completely reasonable scope of work and estimate from your GC, and you're ready to go on work, and then work starts, and then you realize that you are actually only in the middle of the work, but you are already 20% over budget. So why these things happen with contractors? Because sometimes to earn your business, they give you initially a very, not a very, but kind of a low estimate for the rehab, so you will hire them. And they know that more stuff will have to be done, but you know, they can say, okay, there's always like change requests to come in. And then you start working and things do pop up and there are constant change requests, and you know, you're just way over budget and way over the things that you have initially planned on doing. So yeah, nothing really to do about that, just to be diligent and to know exactly what you want to rehab in this house. And another thing, you know the phrase, when you pay cheap, you pay twice? So remember it, not always the cheapest contractor is the best to do your work. Okay, another thing that can go down with contractors is that they do the work, they arrive to the house, the work is done, but they constantly leave an enormous amount of trash outside your property, and eventually you get fined by the city because of you violated. You have a violation from the city and you have to pay a fine. Yes. Good thing for that is to have, if you're not local and if you're not visiting the job site all the time, the good thing for that is to have I almost fell, is to have a project manager that will, or a GC, this is what my GC does for me and this is what my project manager does for me, that he actually comes to the site like every other day or every 3 days and make sure that everything is in order, which meaning that the job is being done, people are arriving to do their work, and that no excessive garbage amounts are left outside of the house. And the last thing for today is that you have decided to buy materials yourself and at Lowe's, Menards, Floor & Decor, doesn't matter where, you bought the materials and you sent it to your job site. And then two things might happen. That one of them is that the contractors inside the house have finished their day of work and they left all of the materials outside for everyone to see, and it gets stolen. This is the best scenario. The worst scenario is that you have brought the materials and they steal it themselves. It happens. And that's why once you start working with a good crew that you trust and they do good work for you, this is the crew that you should stick with. And you know, despite everything I've said, I still believe that investing in real estate and flipping and building is the best occupation there is. So don't be wary, invest in real estate. It will make your life better. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.